What if I told you that 97% of your DNA, the part scientists once called junk DNA, is actually a dormant library of your ancestors' wisdom, healing abilities, and spiritual gifts? And what if there was a way to wake it up every single morning in just 15 minutes? Stay with me, because I'm about to share with you an ancient protocol that's been hidden in plain sight for thousands of years. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact 5-step morning ritual that can begin activating these dormant genetic codes today. My friend, I want you to think about this for a moment. Your body carries the genetic memories of healers, shamans, mystics, and wise beings who came before you. Every cell in your body holds information that goes far beyond just physical traits. Modern epigenetics is now proving what ancient traditions have always known: your genes can be turned on and off by your environment, your thoughts, and specific practices. You're not stuck with the genetic hand you were dealt. You have the power to activate dormant potentials that have been sleeping in your DNA for generations. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do this. No fluff, no theory you can't use. Just a practical, step-by-step morning protocol that you can start using immediately. Before we dive into the 5 steps, you need to understand what we're working with here. Your DNA isn't just a static blueprint. It's a dynamic, responsive system that's constantly reading your internal and external environment. Scientists have discovered that only about 3% of your DNA codes for proteins, the building blocks of your physical body. The other 97% was dismissed as junk DNA for decades. But recent research reveals this so-called junk DNA is actually a sophisticated regulatory system that controls gene expression. Here's where it gets fascinating. Ancient texts from Egypt, India, Tibet, and indigenous cultures worldwide describe practices that could awaken sleeping serpents, activate inner fire, or unlock divine inheritance. They weren't speaking metaphorically. They were describing the activation of dormant genetic potentials. When you combine ancient wisdom with modern understanding of epigenetics, you get a powerful toolkit for genetic activation. And that's exactly what this 5-step protocol does. The first step happens the moment you wake up, before you even get out of bed. This is called the Ancestral Breath Awakening, and it's designed to shift your nervous system into a receptive state for genetic activation. Here's exactly what you do. Flat on your back with your hands placed over your heart. Close your eyes and take 3 normal breaths to center yourself. Now, you're going to breathe in a specific pattern that matches the frequency of cellular regeneration. Breathe in for 4 counts through your nose, imagining golden light entering your body. Hold for 7 counts, visualizing this light traveling to every cell. Exhale for 8 counts through your mouth, releasing any genetic patterns that no longer serve you. As you breathe, silently repeat this intention. I call upon the wisdom of my ancestors. I activate the highest genetic potentials within my lineage. I am worthy of this inheritance. Do this pattern 7 times. 7 is significant because it matches the number of energy centers in your body and the 7 layers of your genetic expression. Why does this work? When you control your breath with intention, you're directly influencing your vagus nerve, which controls genetic expression through the gut-brain axis. You're also oxygenating your cells and creating the optimal internal environment for DNA activation. While you're still lying down, you're going to perform what I call a cellular memory scan. This step awakens the genetic memories stored in different parts of your body. Start by placing your right hand on your forehead and your left hand on your heart. Take a deep breath and mentally scan down through your body, starting from the top of your head. As you scan each area, ask yourself, what gifts from my ancestors are stored here? Don't overthink it. Just notice what comes up. You might feel warmth, tingling, or even receive intuitive impressions. Move systematically. Forehead wisdom and intuition. Throat truth and expression. Heart, love, and healing. Solar plexus, personal power. Sacral area, creativity and life force. And base of spine, survival, wisdom, and grounding. Spend about 20 to 30 seconds on each area. The key is to approach this with curiosity, not expectation. You're simply waking up the cellular memories and letting your body know you're ready to receive this genetic information. This practice works because your genes don't just store physical information. They store emotional, spiritual, and energetic patterns from your lineage. By consciously connecting with different body regions, you're activating these stored memories. Now it's time to get up and move to your water programming ritual. This step uses the power of structured water to carry genetic activation codes throughout your body. Take a glass of pure water. Filtered or spring water works best. Hold the glass in both hands and bring it close to your heart. Here's the key. Water has memory. It can hold and transfer information. You're going to program this water with genetic activation frequencies. Look into the water and speak these words with intention. Sacred water, carry the activation codes of my highest genetic potential to every cell in my body. Awaken what has been dormant. Restore what has been forgotten. I drink the wisdom of my ancestors. As you drink the water slowly, visualize it, carrying golden light to every organ, every tissue, every cell. See this light switching on dormant genetic codes, like someone turning on lights in a dark house. Drink the entire glass mindfully. This isn't just hydration, it's genetic programming through structured water. The science behind this is remarkable. Water molecules can store and transfer information through their crystalline structure. When you combine intention with water consumption, you're using your body's own electrical field to program the water before it enters your system. This is where we activate your DNA through specific physical movements that correspond to genetic switching mechanisms. These aren't random exercises. They're precise movements based on ancient understanding of how physical positions influence genetic expression. Movement 1. The DNA spiral. 1 minute. Stand with feet shoulder width apart. Raise your arms above your head and begin making large, slow spirals with your entire body clockwise for 30 seconds. Then counterclockwise for 30 seconds. As you move, imagine you're stirring the genetic codes within your cells, mixing dormant potentials with active ones. Movement 2. The ancestral. Shake 2 minutes. Start by shaking your hands vigorously for 15 seconds, then your arms, then your whole body. This isn't random shaking, you're literally shaking loose old genetic patterns and awakening dormant codes. Ancient traditions knew that rhythmic movement could unlock stored cellular information. Movement 3. The heart-brain bridge. 1 minute. Place your right hand on your heart, left hand on your forehead. Take 7 deep breaths while gently pressing both areas. You're creating a connection between your heart's electromagnetic field, 5,000 times stronger than your brain's, and your brain's neural networks. This bridge allows genetic information to flow between emotional memory and conscious awareness. Movement 4. The root awakening. 1 minute. Sit in a comfortable position and tap gently at the base of your spine with your fists for 30 seconds. Then place both hands there and breathe deeply for another 30 seconds. You're activating the genetic codes stored in your root chakra, your connection to ancestral survival wisdom and primal life force. Movement 5. The crown connection. 1 minute. Stand up and place both hands on the top of your head. Visualize roots of light extending down through your body and into the earth, while branches of light extend upward into the sky. Hold this position for 1 minute while breathing deeply. You're connecting your genetic lineage roots with your highest potential branches. These movements work because they combine physical stimulation with energetic activation. Your genes respond to mechanical stress, electromagnetic fields, and intentional focus. Each movement targets specific genetic switching mechanisms in your body. The final step is crucial. You need to integrate and seal the genetic activations you've just initiated. Without proper integration, the effects won't last throughout your day. The integration phase. 2 minutes. Sit comfortably and place both hands over your heart. Close your eyes and take 10 slow, deep breaths. With each breath, mentally affirm, my genetic codes are now activated and integrated for my highest good. Feel the energy you've generated settling into your cells. Imagine golden threads weaving through your DNA, connecting dormant sections with active ones. See your genetic code as a vast library, where books that have been closed for generations are now opening. The ceiling. Phase 1 minute for the final minute. Visualize a golden cocoon of light surrounding your entire body. This light is sealing in the genetic activations, protecting them from environmental interference throughout your day. Set your intention for how you want these genetic gifts to express themselves. Maybe you're seeking enhanced intuition, better health, creative abilities, or spiritual gifts that run in your family line. Be specific, but allow room for surprises. End by saying, "These genetic gifts are now active and available to me. I use them for the highest good of myself and all beings." And so it is. Now, let me be clear about what you can expect after doing this protocol. Genetic activation isn't like flipping a light switch. It's more like planting seeds that grow over time. In the first week, you might notice increased energy, clearer dreams, or stronger intuitive hits. Some people experience physical sensations, like tingling in their hands or warmth in their heart area. Others notice emotional shifts, feeling more connected to their family history or having sudden insights about their life purpose. By the second week, the changes often become more pronounced. You might find yourself naturally gravitating toward activities or interests that you've never explored before, but that feel deeply familiar. This is your ancestral genetic memory coming online. After 30 days of consistent practice, many people report significant shifts in their creative abilities, healing, capacity, or spiritual sensitivity. Remember, you're awakening potentials that have been dormant for generations. This is profound work. Let me ground this in science for a moment, because what we're doing here isn't mystical wishful thinking. It's practical application of cutting-edge genetic research. Epigenetics shows us that environmental factors can turn genes on and off without changing the DNA sequence itself. These changes can even be passed down to future generations. Stress, diet, thoughts, and intentional practices all influence genetic expression. Studies on meditation practitioners show measurable changes in gene expression after just 8 weeks of practice. Research on breathwork demonstrates that controlled breathing can activate genes related to immune function and stress resistance. The combination of intention, breathwork, movement, and visualization we're using in this protocol targets multiple genetic switching mechanisms simultaneously. We're not changing your DNA, we're optimizing how it's expressed. As you begin this practice, there are several mistakes I see people make that limit their results. Mistake number 1. Inconsistency. Genetic activation requires consistent practice. Doing this protocol once or twice won't create lasting change. Commit to 30 days minimum to see significant results. Mistake number 2. Overthinking the process. Your rational mind might try to analyze every sensation or dismiss subtle signs of activation. Trust the process and pay attention to subtle changes rather than expecting dramatic transformations overnight. Mistake number 3. Skipping steps. Each step builds on the previous one. Don't rush through the protocol or skip parts because they seem less important. The entire sequence is designed to work. Mistake number 4. Wrong timing. This protocol is specifically designed for morning practice, when your cortisol levels are naturally highest and your brain is most receptive to programming. Doing it at night won't be as effective. If you want to amplify the effects of this genetic activation protocol, here are some additional practices that will accelerate your results. Nutrition support. Your genes need proper building blocks to express themselves optimally. Focus on nutrient-dense foods, especially those rich in methylation supporters like folate, B12, and choline. Environmental optimization. Reduce toxins in your environment that can interfere with genetic expression. This includes cleaning products, personal care items, and electromagnetic fields from devices. Ancestral connection. Spend time learning about your family history and cultural heritage. The more you understand your genetic lineage, the more specific you can be in your activation intentions. Sleep quality. Genetic repair and activation happen primarily during deep sleep. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to support the integration process. Once you've mastered the basic protocol, you can customize it for specific genetic activations for healing abilities. During Step 1, place extra focus on breathing golden light into your hands and heart area. Many healing gifts are encoded in these regions. For intuitive gifts, spend additional time in Step 2, scanning your forehead and crown area. Psychic abilities often run in family lines and are stored in these genetic regions. For creative expression, emphasize the sacral area during the cellular memory scan and add extra movement to Step 4. Creative genes are often stored in the second chakra region. For leadership qualities, focus on the solar plexus during your scan and visualization. Leadership and personal power traits are frequently encoded in this area, my friend. You now have the complete 5-step protocol for activating your ancestral DNA. This isn't just information, it's transformation waiting to happen. But here's the thing. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. Your ancestors faced incredible challenges and developed amazing capabilities to survive and thrive. Those same capabilities are encoded in your DNA right now, waiting for you to activate them. The question is, are you ready to claim your genetic inheritance? I challenge you to commit to this protocol for the next 30 days. Document your experiences. Notice the changes. Pay attention to the gifts that begin to emerge. And here's what I want you to do right now. Tomorrow morning, before you check your phone or start your daily routine, try this protocol. Give yourself this gift. Give your ancestors this honor. If this video has resonated with you, hit that like button so more people can discover their genetic potential. Subscribe and turn on notifications because I'll be sharing more advanced activation techniques that build on this foundation. Drop a comment below and let me know. What genetic gifts do you sense are waiting to be activated in your lineage? I read every comment, and your sharing helps build our community of genetic awakeners. Remember, you are not just you. You are the culmination of thousands of years of human potential. It's time to unlock that potential and step into who you were always meant to become. The future is not determined by your past genetic expression. It's created by the genetic potentials you activate today. Start tomorrow. Your ancestors are waiting.